time you are seeing this recorded teaching on mastering technical report writing for sustainable construction. Now, this is the last recording, and this is a practical aspect of the technical report writing. So, for you to gain in depth and insight and the necessary skills that you need to be able to be uh, an expert in technical report writing is for you to understand and follow me through this practical aspect of the technical report writing. Like I said, we have the structure of technical report writing, and when we talk about the structure, we're talking about the key performance index, the sustainability metrics, the environmental impact targets, and these are the things that you need to equip yourself to be able to deduce information that you will use to write the technical report writing. And there are other things that you need to understand, know, that will enhance your technical report writing. Number one is scope of work. For you to be able to understand or tailor structure a professionally a professional technical report writing, you must first of all understand the scope of the project. For example, a sustainable construction of 5 kilometer rigid pavement. Now, that is the project. Now, first of all, you need to understand the scope of the 5 kilometer rigid pavement. You need to understand the working drawing. The drawing will enhance you to know the specification of the materials, the dimension of the road, and the different elements of the road. Each dimensions are in the working drawing. So with the working drawing, you will have all the information that you need to tailor your technical report writing. The next one is the BOQ, Bill of Engineering and Evaluation. The Bill of Engineering and Evaluation also has uh, the all the specification of the materials that will be needed for the execution of the projects. And with the BEME, you have all the information that you need to structure your technical report writing. The fourth one is the contract document. For every construction project, there is a contract document binding the contractor, the consultant, and the client. So if you have access to the contract document carries both the scope of the project, it carries the bill of engineering measurement, which is the BOQ, it carries the scope of work. Everything you need to know for the project is contained in the contract document. Another thing you need to know for you to enhance your technical report writing is to understand the local and international sustainability standard, so that is what will help you to guide your technical report writing and ensure that for your technical report writing to be to be sustainable and to be within the sustainability target, you must understand the local and international standard goals for sustainability as regard to sustainable construction projects. You must also understand the environmental assessment impact, the environmental assessment targets for a sustainable construction. Now, with all this, you can now gather all the information you need to guide you through preparing a professional technical report writing. So, for the anatomy of a professional technical report writing, the first one is title page. So, you can see the title page, you can see the document review, revision history table, you can see the executive project summary, you can see the location map, weather report, daily. These are the anatomy, these are the key performance index, the sustainability metrics, the environmental impact assessment report. These are the things that must reflect in your technical report writing. And now I want to show you how it has been captured in a real life project technical report writing. Now this is it. Now this is your the first this is the title page. The title page carries the construction company executing the project. You can see the name of the company. Then you can see the weekly progress report. Now we have reports, we have daily reports, we have weekly report, we have monthly report, we have quarterly report. So depending on the kind of report you are preparing, for example, now this is the weekly report. You can see weekly progress of work report. Now you can see the project details. The project detail construction of 5 kilometer main access road to tank farm at Remosi, Port Harcourt, River State. You can see the detail of the report. You can see the weekly report period. So the report starts Monday, November 2023, 8 a.m. and end Sunday. So it's a weekly report covering 6 days of the week or 7 days of the week. If the project works start on Monday to Sunday, you report Monday to Sunday. If it start Monday to Saturday, you report start Monday to Saturday. You report the weekly. Then you state the name of the client, the name of the contractor, the original date the project starts, the original completion date, if there is a new approved completion date, you state it, the project duration, the current completion status. This is the first page. This is the title page. The title page contains all these key performance index that must be reflected in your technical report writing. The next we talk about is the document revision history table. You can only introduce this table when there is modification to the scope of work, or when there is modification to the drawing, the working drawing for the project. That is when you can bring this table into your technical report writing. This shows where the modification occur, who approved the modification, who would review the modification, who approved the report, and who review it, and the date that modification was done. Then the next is your table of content. Like I said, table of content must be the last thing you prepare in your technical report writing. The next is the executive summary that we talk about. The executive summary carries the entire summary of the project. So you can see 5 kilometer sustainable road construction project is located in Rumosi. Rumosi is the host community located in Obiakpo local government in River State. So you can see the description, where the location of the project. You can see the name of the client is the duration of the project, 2 years project. You see the name of the contractor. You see the date the first kickoff meeting started, the milestone, the man hour, the number of personnel involved in the project, and the scope of the project is also highlighted here. So the executive summary carries the entire summary of the project, while the next is introduction. The difference between the introduction and the executive summary and the introduction is that the executive summary carry the entire summary of the project, while the introduction carry only the purpose of the project, the scope of the project, and the background of the project. So you can see the purpose and the background of if the project being captured in the introduction. The next is the location map. How do you get location map? Go to the project site, take a GPS camera and snap the project site. The coordinates, you input the coordinates into your GPS Google Earth map, input the coordinates on the Google Earth map, and you extract the location of the construction project. So this is a location map. You insert the map of the site into your technical report writing. The next is your weather report. Ensure there is weather report in your technical report writing. If it is weekly weather report, you put Monday, Tuesday, capture the weekly weather report. The weekly weather report help you to forecast when there will be raining, where if there is going to be rain or the sun, so you can be able to know how to mobilize material to site, or not work because it's going to be raining. So you must capture technical weather report in your technical report writing. The next is the skilled workers on site. You highlight the name of the consultant on site, the engineers supervising the project, then the contractor engineers put their names, and the other skilled workers. This is your defense system as a reporter, so that if anything happened to the project, they can easily trace the names of the engineers that were on ground that are supervising the project. This the human resource for just the top skilled workers supervising the project. The next is the methodology, where the methodology starts. This capture the daily or weekly or monthly activities ongoing on the project site. So as you can see, civil works, you see the date is there, the number of pages these daily activities covered is there, the location of the project, then the equipment that I use. You capture all the equipment that you see on site. That's why for you to write a proper technical report writing, you must visit the site. When you visit the site, take inventory of all the equipment on site that you saw. Then the materials that you saw, state all the materials. Then you begin to and describe the activities that are ongoing on the project site. For example, you can see activities, civil works, earthwork. You state all the earthwork activities ongoing on that earthworks. Therefore, walkway, capstone, state all the activities that is ongoing on the walkway and construction activities. So this is the daily, weekly activities ongoing on site. This is how you capture the daily activities for your technical report writing, the equipment used, and the quantity of each of those equipment you see on site. You state them, and utility status. You can interact with the supervising engineers and get this information and state it in your technical report writing. Then the next one is the sustainability metrics I talk about, and the environmental impact assessment that must be captured in your technical report writing. So this is how it has. This is how I demonstrate the sustainability metrics in the technical report writing. You can see the because the essence of sustainability, a sustainable project, is to ensure that there is reduction of the greenhouse gas, and there is also reduction of disturbance of soil and vegetation preservation. The fact that you are carrying out a construction project does not mean that you go beyond your land reclamation. You must respect the environmental impact it will have on the host community. The next is noise and air quality monitoring. So you capture to ensure that there is a reduction of noise pollution as regard to the construction activity ongoing on site. Then the next thing is the greenhouse, the green building components implementation. What are the components that were introduced into the project? You see solar PVC system. You state the specification and the percentage of supply that has been made. The green roof. When we talk about green roof, the essence of the green roof is to reduce absorption of the ultraviolet ray that is coming from the sun. We talk about rainwater harvesting. This is where you install a, a maybe 5,000 liter uh, water reservoir in a specific part of your roof, where you store rainwater and reduce uh, to help reduce water consumption. Then you see material, eco-friendly material installation like bamboo instead of using reinforcement. So you state all the sustainable materials that are used for the construction. So this is how you state it. So these are all the sustainable materials that were used and for the project. Then you state the environmental compliance. that that were observed or carried out on site, you state it. So this is how you you construct the your technical report writing. These are different segments, different elements ongoing in the construction. You can see first culvert. If there is a culvert along the road, there is maybe a lay-by along the road. You can state the that particular work element and state the different deliverables that are involved for that work element. This will help your top management to see the particular material that we use and if the project is within the specification spelled out in the contract document. So these are very important key performance indices that must be captured in your technical report writing. And then you can take inventory of materials that are mobilized to site on daily basis and very important. So this is where you captured the number of site engineers, technicians, skilled workers, laborers, and then you get the total of human resources that are involved in the technical report writing. Then this is how to calculate the man hour for the project. Get from here, you get the total number of personnel. This is the total number of personnel. Then what is the working hour for the day? Say 9 hours. So you calculate 9 hours times the number of personnel on site. That will give you the daily man hour. If it is weekly, you calculate the total number of personnel times the hour times the number of days will give you the weekly man hour for the project, and it must be captured in your technical report writing. If there were inspection, document your site inspection observation and it on your technical in your technical report writing. Very, very important. Then if there were tests that were carried out during the course of the project, state the test results in your technical report writing. The next, like I said, is the activity plan for the next week. State the activity plan for the next week. After that is the HSC performance report. If there are fatality during the course of the project, state it. Very, very important. State all the unsafe acts you observe on site, all the unsafe condition. Were there weekly safety meetings? Were there toolbox meeting? All these were there fire incident, everything. This is the HSE performance report. It must be captured in your technical report writing. For a simpler table, you can use this near miss. State if there are near miss, something that nearly led to accident. State it. Unsafe act. State it. How many unsafe act? Unsafe act is the behavioral pattern workers exhibit on site. Unsafe condition are tools or equipment that are not positioned properly on site that can lead to uh, accident. All those hazardous conditions that you see on site, state it. Fatality, and if there are community disturbance on the project, state it. So this is your HSC performance documentation. So it must be captured in your technical report writing. Then you state your area of concern, you state your observation, then you state your recommendation, then this is your conclusion. Then the last but not the least is the pictures, your project pictures, all the pictures you took during your site inspection. You this is where you capture all the pictures. So this is what it takes for you to become an expert in writing technical report writing. As you can see, this is me on site. So taking pictures is very important. It serves as reference, it serves as your defense system. So this is what make up all that you need to master technical report writing. Thank you and see you at the top.